Never before have we had greater face a complex, rapidly changing world. Think of it a moment.
It is a world in which supersonic speeds are commonplace. It is a world that has seen the coming of the atomic bomb. It has seen the rise of the total state, the dictator, and the mass man. It is a world of new sensations, new excitements, new distractions.
So much to be learned by so many in so little time.
And I suppose you're here with no agenda, as per usual?
On the contrary, I'm here for comics. What kind of man are you anyway? I'm talking comics and you bring up chicks and romance?
That, you know, Ben is going to show up. Like, there's no, like, oh, Peter meets Ben again. Or, like, Ben's been filling in for Peter. And it's like, oh, man, please don't be him. But it might be him. Like it genuinely might be.
I'm
him.
hoping you're wrong. I'm hoping that your worries are belated.
Because even Ben aside, like it would be just bad storytelling. Like it would just be terrible storytelling.
It would be. Well, anything that just outright ignores things that have been happening.
Right.
That's bad writing. Like even if it's something that people didn't like.
You've got to address it.
It's part of continuity. You have to somehow address it, and then you can do it in a way that allows you to move on from it.
But you have to. The elephant will be in the room the entire time.
It's like the whole thing with Kathleen Kennedy finally leaving Lucasfilm, right? Like,
oh my gosh,
Disney is not going to retcon the sequel trilogy. They're not going to do that ever.
No,
all you have to just do is have like good writers come in and do something that states, okay, not actually explaining it to the audience, but something that shows we're moving on from this era.
Yeah. I mean,
we're doing something else now.
Marvel's moved on from like Heroes Reborn. DC's moved on from Heroes in Crisis. Maybe you should stop putting heroes in the name of your events because it seems like just not a winner for anybody. But
seems like these companies that own the biggest hero properties in the world are bad at that.
I mean, do we want to get into how Marvel's next thing is literally like Civil War from another angle? Like
everything ends here. What? Nothing's ending here.
In
the same breath.
And then there's Armageddon. Yeah, where they're like, I don't know how they see it as a win. I think you and I had talked about this before, but we were like, Marvel desperately needs just like a reset. You can keep all the continuity, keep all the sliding timeline, but you need cleanup. We need genuine cleanup here.
You do actually need it. And as much as I'm not ordinarily a fan of like sweeping retcons and reboots, Marvel's continuity is such a mess right now that it needs restructuring. It needs a new starting point. That doesn't mean starting everybody back from the beginning. It means everybody has a new status quo, bring them back to like the best possible, the optimal place to have these characters to where you know your target audience is going to be on board, and then give them stories that make sense
from there. Right.
Yeah, and move away from the what is it, quarterly event cycle or whatever the hell we're
I'm
now, right?
I feel like we were exhausted about
I'm
this
an
stuff.
Event burnout.
Oh,
right
dude,
now.
I feel like we were like this back in the 2000s around like Infinite Crisis, and now we had we just got off of Absolute Power. Then we had We Are Yesterday, which was kind of just a mess. And now we are into the DC K.O. of it, which is just a mess in and of itself, right? Like
it's had some like shining moments, but overall the event just makes no freaking sense.
Like even the issue this week, the DC K.O. Green Lantern Galactic Slam that we will get into. I know like it was good. Like I know you're a fan of it. I enjoyed it. It's still like I read it and I was like, what is the point of all this? Like why do
It doesn't feel like it has much to do with the event itself. It's happening like almost ancillary to it.
It's like all the stuff about them like evacuating the planet, right, from Titans, and the planet actually turning into a fire pit on Apocalypse. Like it all happens in the margins instead of like, and then when you're addressing it in DCKO, you're not addressing it, right? Like nobody ever says
Right.
everybody's evacuated. Nobody ever says like, oh look, the fire pits went off or whatever. It's just like, oh, we're on an apocalypse world now. What could be? And it's just like, come on, guys, use a little bit of brain power. Use a little bit brain power there.
A little more. Like
But-
crank up, like put a few more skill points into intelligence, please. Could we do that?
Intelligence over what is a bard's primary thing? I guess that would be like charm,
That'd be charisma.
Charisma, yeah. So like, stop putting it all in the charisma and doing the. You know, I was thinking about this earlier. Like with DC K.O, when the dust is settled, unless this, like, what is it? One more issue, unless it completely wows me and it like flips up everything that's been going on in KO and gives it, you know,
It's got a lot of work to do for that.
Right,
I think for both of us.
I know, exactly. So like that said, I think like when it's all said and done, this is going to be like a big miss for me. Like they're like, this is just a bad event. But then I went back to the conversation you and I had last week where it's like, yeah, but it has good moments, right? And it's like, I think I like found a way to better delineate it because like a lot of events have like cool moments, right? You can get a cool splash art, you can get a cool, you know, fight.
Sure.
For example, Civil War, not particularly a good event. One of our favorite Spider-Man panels, right? When he's, you know, flipping through all the thunderbolts and then he kicks Reed in the face. Like, amazing,
spectacular.
Yeah,
right.
just it's so good. And it's because, you know, like the whole like Pete wanted to join the Four back when he was like, you know, starting out, and then he's like, it's all good, right? But like these moments are good in the sense that things like that, or Superman or Lex, you know, reviving the dead gods with the rings. They're good.
Or the Flash family running Superboy Prime into the Speed Force. Right?
Like they are really, really cool things, but they kind of like in that moment you can isolate and be like, that shows a good understanding of that character. That's why that moment is so good. But then you look at everything else around it and you're kind of like, I don't know, man. Like this was really bad.
I'd have workshop this one a little longer. Let it cook a little longer, guys.
Right? Like I think the thing we can definitely take away is like Joshua Williamson knows Superman, and
he does.
And Scott Snyder, he's living up to the other DC Snyder, right? Like he's just going for really big swings nowadays, and not all like they're cool, but then you think about them for a second, and it's like, wait a minute, I'm still not over the like weapons round of the tournament.
Oh, God.
Where it's like, oh look, you all have a weapon now, and then no, you don't. Like what? There was a whole hubbubaloo made about the fact that Guy got the Whirligog, which was like the god creation weapon that they beat Final Crisis with, and then they just went no, bye. And don't even get me started in again on the thing where it's like, wait, why does Lex only get one ring? Why didn't they all go to like just a mess, just a weird place all around, right? But that obviously we'll talk about that tonight. We have like we said before, the Green Lantern Galactic Slam up on deck. We'll also get into Andrew's girl Rogue. Finally, this isn't her first solo series, but she's getting a solo series. No. She's gotten a solo series.
It's the first
now.
one in a while.
I was gonna say I don't recall one in a long.
There have been a couple of like Rogue and Gambit minis over the last
that's right.
decade.
There have been, yeah. Mr. and Mrs. X. That was one. I remember that.
Yeah. I definitely remember that one. Then there was one. I think there was one like a few years back where they had one as well. There was just Rogue and Gambit, but that was a mini. And so this is Rogue this is Anna Marie having a all on her onesies.
And it's I would say one of the more interesting bits. It's the most significant Rogue story of this era not told by Gale, right? Like this is the first time Rogue's kind of taken out from the Gale stable house. So there's a lot to unpack there. And then what was the last one we wanted to talk about tonight? It's kind of a briefish
Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we should talk about Amazing Spider-Man, I guess.
Yeah.
Like that one's pretty disappointing. I mean, obviously it's Amazing Spider-Man. We expected that, but I don't know. Like this one, like it's just lost all that steam and goodwill you and I gave it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there was a bunch of goodwill that this particular arc kind of started with. This whole like splitting between issues, right? Where, you know, you had Pete off in space, drawn by Pepe Larraz
Yeah.
sometimes.
It's so good. Yeah.
When he was actually drawing it. And then, you know, you had Norman, which is honestly, that's been the more interesting one. But this issue, I was kind of just like, this is, this
Well,
ain't it.
It really just felt like we're drawing out everything that happened in the last Norman go round, right?
Mhm.
Like the Captain Kitsunagi stuff, the Spider Kids being mad at him stuff, right? Like
Yeah, the most interesting stuff is like his inner monologue when he's like
I like that.
doing the Spidey stuff, right? Because it's interesting hearing his perspective on what he's doing and then juxtaposing that against what he knows his own past to be and what he knows his demons to be. Like that's actual interesting character work.
Right.
Like that's the main thing that's keeping me reading the book right now. Because none, like I didn't care about any of the space stuff really beyond like Pepe Larraz's pretty art.
I mean, I
And
was
like the
having
first
fun
couple
with
of
it.
issues.
Yeah.
Well, I was about to say the first couple of issues were also just kind of like they felt like back to basics fun Spider-Man stuff, even though it was Spider-Man in space.
Right.
It was
Yeah.
somehow, it still somehow felt more back to basics, which was
more
weird.
friendly neighborhood than ever before, like in years. I don't know, since
Yeah.
One More Day, probably.
And I like his kind of barbarian alien chick team, and I always forget her name. The bad guys call her one of the wretched because she's like from a lower caste in a whatever caste system
Yeah.
on their world. But like she's kind of fun. Was it Rayner? Is that the word I'm thinking of? I think
so.
Rayner sounds right. But like she's kind of fun in kind of like a cute, innocent, but also could take your head off kind of
Almost
way.
like a mantis, right?
Yeah.
Like she's very much like a more, well, mantis is pretty deadly, so I don't know.
If
Put
Mantis
them one on
was a
one.
barbarian.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Also, I noticed this. It kind of bugged me. So that new mantis skin in the Marvel Rivals Battle Pass, like the Gladiator one, she has so it uses the eyes
The
from
purple one?
the purple one. It uses her eyes from the movie skin, which are normal human eyes instead of like the black sclera eyes. And then her emote, like the special emote you get in the past, she like communicates with like a psychic version of her regular self, like her regular costume. And that one has the human eyes too. And I'm just like, maybe that's better for like selling waifu merch, but I think don't do it, NetEase. Like, don't start doing the concessions to what makes these characters unique,
Right.
You know, just to make somebody like them. Like that worries me. That really, really worries me. But
yeah.
oh no, yeah. Go ahead. What?
No,
I didn't mean to cut you off. Yeah,
I don't have anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a huge Mantis person, but as someone who appreciates all of the like goodwill that NetEase has built up with like honoring all these characters, little things like making concessions to the films, that's not necessary. You don't need to do that.
Exactly.
You are more profitable right now on net with
ease. Damn it.
That got him. Than the MCU has been in the last few years.
I genuinely wish I could see just like just a basic bar chart. Here's how much the MCU has made in like phase 4 and post, and then like Marvel Rivals. It has to be Rivals in a zillion and 4. Like there's just no way that's not.
Oh, it's not even close. Anytime you get a game that catches on mechanically and gets a strong player base, and you give them like the opposite of pay to win, like just aesthetic, like cosmetic stuff, right? You're gonna make a crap ton of money. Look at Fortnite. Epic Games prints money.
Dude, how did I put this to my uncle the other day? They have what, like, Fortnite is what Facebook wanted the metaverse to be, right? Like make an avatar and go to these different worlds, and it's like, what did Facebook get? They got like Mii's, and then Fortnite has like that Daft Punk experience is crazy. Things like that happen, or when you get the first entry or like the first lore bit for a new major trilogy franchise ending sequel. Like, come on, that's where everything goes to happen. Forget X the everything app, it's Fortnite the everything app. But so before we get into that, obviously we have, you know, what's up to the viewers. We have Masta. Masta, I'd bring up your comments, but there was a weird glitch that I don't have the early chats. But I see you, buddy. Nice to have you. And we have Punk says he bought the Wonder Woman 29 Leslie Lyric sweater weather to hang on, or the Elizabeth Torque sweater weather cover to hang up on your wall. I mean, it's a really good cover. Have you seen that one? The Elizabeth Torque one? Where she's like Wonder Woman sitting next to like a pair of dogs? I can get it really fast.
I probably have, but I can't see it in my head. I ignore everything Wonder Woman that isn't absolute Wonder Woman in the comics because Tom King is
That's exactly what I was going to get at. I was like, you know what? I hope you enjoy it, Punk, but like, I would never, like, it's a great cover. I'm never letting it in my house. Like, just, I hate that, man. And they keep giving him more to do in the DCU, and I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Let's see.
Sure feels like it.
Jump over there. And boom. Yeah, that one.
Oh, I actually hadn't seen that one.
Yeah, Elizabeth Torque. I love Elizabeth Torque. I think she's
fantastic.
She's got a great art style. Her Fortnite stuff is amazing. Like, it's really weird how good her Fortnite stuff is. I mean, same with Kenneth Rocafort, I guess. I don't know. Something about that game unlocks everybody. But, yeah. Before we jump into any real books, Andrew, do you want, like, you've got something crazy to show, like, this, in terms of comic books, physical comics, this is just nuts, that I wanted everybody to see, like he was going to show me before the stream, and I was like, no, we got to go live. You've got to show everybody this, because this is absolutely bonkers. Take it, dude.
Right. So those of you who do not know, I am creative manager as well as one of our writers and editors over at RIPPAVERSE Comics. And later this last year, we released our first omnibus collection, like first true omnibus collection. It was our years 1 through 3 omnibus collection. So everything that we had launched and released from July 2022 through July 2025. So I believe at that point that would have been ISOM 1 through 3, right? I think Norfolka.
Or yeah, just all series.
Yeah, would have been the most recent.
Yeah, Norfolka. It was Norfolka at the time, because I remember, because you and I asked you, I was like, where does Blue Shift go? And you're like, he's not in there. He's the next cutoff. Yeah, and I'm like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, he's right there.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
And here's mine.
You'll get yours. We're waiting for the CGC.
I know.
But I did pick up, those are in the warehouse now. Eric was actually signing them yesterday for the signed copies, and those will be going out, I think, next week is the goal. This book, guys,
dude,
this is big. I want to show you what 1,400 plus pages on quality paper stock looks like.
Like, this is
okay.
So, you got. Yeah. You take it away.
First, we'll see the actual cover. Kanan White, Marcos Martins. That's a beautiful piece. He's so good. He's so freaking good. But that's good and all. But that doesn't tell you how big it is.
No, not at all. That's so mad. And that might not even tell you how big it is at all either. Let's get some reference in here.
Let's get some reference to put things in perspective, shall we?
Right, fresh out of the warehouse. Fresh out of the warehouse. Both. I keep getting notifications from Amazon that my King in Black omnibus keeps getting delayed, which is kind of pissing me off. Wait, how? Why?
It was supposed to be here on the 17th. I ordered them on the same day.
I know you did. Like, there's
like a day apart.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Trees are exploding.
So that's the entire Donny Cates Venom run, plus a few issues, plus the entire main issue, so issues 1 through 5 of Absolute Carnage, plus
that's right. I forgot that event's in there. I'm pretty sure it has most of the crossovers in there.
Yeah, it also has King Black 1 through 5.
That's what. Dude, wow. Gee, I forgot that it ends with that. That's so nuts.
Yeah.
That's a hell of an Omni. But look at that,
and
guys.
Ours is still noticeably
like nearly
larger.
double the size of that Venom one. Like I was asking you this before we went live. Is there like, does it even open? Like legally, can you open that and qualify it as a book?
Yeah, so it does open. It does in fact open, and it opens and reads well, actually, because
Really?
we spent a pretty penny on the binding. It's got high quality binding here to where this thing lays flat properly when you open it. So the bottom part doesn't start like bending in.
Scoot it into the camera.
Oh,
there you go. Oh yeah, you guys did the smart printing. Yep.
And this was at the like suggestion of our printer. So we've got a good printer. They were like, hey, like you're probably going to want to go this route so that it protects because it's a book this large.
The thing is
yada,
fat.
yada. They didn't want to just be like, hey, give us your money and then
give us and go.
Do whatever. Right. But it reads perfectly fine. Like I will at some point do a full read through of all of our books here.
Oh, that would be sick.
With this. So it's pretty awesome.
Whoa, you're gonna start doing motion comics like Marvel used to do.
Oh man, yeah. But I also
that is a good point. Punk brings up Stephanie Williams is filling in for Tom King right now on Wonder Woman, so that's technically not a Tom King book.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Tom's doing whatever his secret Batman project is right now. Remember, like a couple.
Don't care.
Yeah, I know, but like a few months ago, he was like, "Yeah, DC asked me if I wanted to write Batman again, so I'm gonna go do that for like a month or so." So who gives a shit? I don't. But
there's a Batman story I'm not reading right now.
God, I cracked open Heroes in Crisis the other day just because I was looking up a reference thing. I was trying to
I was gonna say, if you wanted to look at pretty Clayman art, there are other books he's
That's
done.
literally what I was about to get at. I was like, that book is so damn pretty, and it makes me so
because Tom King
mad.
Always gets the best artists.
I hate it. Like you shouldn't give him like objectively awful scene, but the whole like Harley versus Booster fight, even up to like where she's stabbing him in the like awful moment. It's one of the more beautiful, like, aerial, like, tussles I've ever seen put to page. And I'm just like, I hate this. I hate this so much. But the reason I was looking it up is because I covered the news yesterday that the Brave and the Bold movie from DCU might not get Andy Muschietti, the Flash director. He is attached right now, but it looks like his schedule is just, making things a little untenable. Mm-hmm. That's a rumor, or that's a possibility right now. But we do know that the film's writer is Christina Hodson, who wrote Bumblebee and The Flash and Birds of Prey. So for some reason, I thought that it was Harley stabbing. I thought she stabbed Wally at one point. So that's what I was trying to get for like the featured image was like Harley stabbing Wally but it wasn't. Right. So then I was like, I'm putting this book down immediately. Do not need to look at it. Subhumans here says Tom King thinks he's a 21st century Alan Moore. He can think it all he wants. He's not.
But he's not.
Like he's just genuinely not.
I also have here the special edition.
I was gonna ask. Yeah.
So this
is that like a matte
bad boy right
printing
here
on the.
So it's a matte all around, but it's a matte and it's got a sheen to it. So it's got almost a metallic sheen to it. Ice on here, Avery. He's embossed. He's slightly embossed. And he's matte. The logos are full embossed and metallic.
Very, very,
So you got the gold RIPPAVERSE logo at the top, and our original RIPPAVERSE hat logo over there in the corner. And then where it says years 1 through 3, that is in silver foil and embossing. So
that's cool.
This sucker's pretty.
Does it have any special
back art?
It's
also dangerous. I don't think so. No, it's just the what we do is we just do a black and white of like one of the covers typically. So
that's very like Image Comics, like Savage Dragon,
kinda,
Spawn, like that's immediately what leaps to mind.
Yeah, for sure.
No, that looks great.
Yeah, so it's just got the standard cover in black and white there, but yeah. These, for those of you who did order this, they're sold out now. They're gone. There's no more of these available.
That's wild.
For those of you who ordered these, they're going to be shipping out to you probably here in the next week or so.
Go CGC those things. Like, dude, did you see recently, like, people have been selling their Absolute Batman issues, and like they're hit like the issue number 1 is easily hitting like 200.
Like first printing?
Yeah, first printing is hitting like 2. I saw one for 600 that was CGC graded, and it was only like a 9. And I'm like, I've got like 4 of those sitting here, man. Like
I was gonna say,
I'm gonna
man,
put
like
my kids through college or something.
Oh yeah, is that what you're gonna do with your comic books?
No, they're gonna prime from my
No,
cold
dude.
dead hands.
If you wanna put your kids through through college, what you got to do is you got to sell your pristine copy of Youngblood #1.
Youngblood #1, but also what about my pristine copy of Youngblood #1 cover B, Youngblood #1 cover C, Youngblood #1 cover D? And so are these not worth something? Rob informed me they would be worth something. Speaking of, okay, I think I mentioned this on the last gaming stream I did for Bounding, but you saw that they with the latest facsimile issue they did was Death of Superman. And I was just like,
oh
do
yeah,
you
yeah,
not just have enough of those regular copies sitting around somewhere? Like, I don't think anybody needed a reprint of it. But they did almost get me because they gave it a foil cover, and I was like, oh, you sons of bitches, almost. Except we got that like homage cover, foil cover to New History of the DC Universe like a couple months back, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
that sates my like Death of Superman, craving. But did you grab any of these this week? Just before we move on to anything, did you grab like any of the second printing Absolute Batman annuals?
I didn't. I almost did.
Man,
and it does look good.
it really does. Woo!
Yeah, it does look good, but I didn't grab one.
Like this
I
one's
could've.
way
Like, my shop
cooler.
had them.
This one's way cooler than the just regular cover, where he's like
Yeah.
staring down like the mob. And then,
Yeah.
dude, this cover, it's beautiful. I how could I not?
Oh, that cover's so good.
Like,
my
it is
shop
so
did not have
good.
that one.
It's a 125, so they probably didn't
That's
even
probably
order
why.
enough copies of Fantastic
Yeah.
Four because I don't know.
I'm probably one of
Who
few
is?
people reading Fantastic Four right now. in my area.
Unfortunately, yeah, because it's North still, right? That's who's writing it with Ramos. No,
Yeah, it's
Okay,
Ryan
North.
North.
And that goes
Yeah.
into the thing. You and I briefly like chatted about it, like I brought it up, but like the thing with a lot of Ryan North comics is that they're too safe, right? Like when you read a Ryan North Fantastic Four issue, they have problems, but by the end, everybody's like, "Yay, we're all together! Like we're all fine. We're the Fantastic Four." There's no
Yeah.
there's no Johnny's dying or Valeria ran off to go hang out with Doom without her parents knowing. It's just very like not junk food per se, but like yeah, maybe junk food. I have no idea what I'm trying to go with there. But Subhuman says, how many times has Death of Superman been reprinted? I have no idea. I've got to imagine this is not the first time they've tried like a facsimile thing. Like it just can't be. We know we've seen facsimiles in the past, not specifically of this issue, but I'm sure it's been reprinted a bunch. And again, if you want a copy, just go to any comic book shop. You'll find like 700 of them. They are not rare.
Yeah, they'll be all in the back issue boxes if your LCS has a back issue
They'll-
area, like a substantial back issue.
They'll
area,
probably
'cause
like
thumbs down-
ask you to take it. Like here, I'll pay you $5.
Please take this off our hands. Here's a $5 bill to take it. Right.
Yeah, right. All right.
It wasn't even $5 when it was brand new.
God, I mean, that was a steal though, right? You buy it for $5, you're gonna put your kids through college. And
Oh yeah, man.
that's why America's where it is right now, because all those kids couldn't go to college because Superman was worthless. Gosh, DC, what is wrong with you? But enough of that nonsense. Enough of just shooting the shit. It is, like we said, sort of a little bit of a slower week, so I figured we just hit some random things. But let's get into this week's comics. Where do you want to start? Do you want to start with Amazing Spider-Man, since we sort of
Yeah, let's
barely
get that out of the
pressed on
way
that-
because we'll have to get like quick hit caught up on the prior
Absolutely.
issue as well.
I think, when was the last time we checked in? Did we check in?
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, that's the problem. I think, okay, we're actually 2 issues back, not including this one. So let's pull that up on the big board. Bob Barker style, full page. Boom. So let's jump back into Amazing Spider-Man, currently written by Joe Kelly. Art duties by John Romita Jr. and Pepe Larraz. Like Andrew said, split between Peter Parker out in space trying to get stronger to beat Hellgate, and Norman Osborn down on Earth trying to fill in for him, just trying to, I do like the whole, like, I love any moment, kind of to piggyback off what you're saying earlier, I love any moment where somebody realizes, like, A, this is what Peter does, like, how does he shoulder this weight all the time, and then B, has their, like, what would Peter do moment, and just, but not like a moment where they, like, ask themselves, they just kind of, like, throw themselves, right? Because they're like, this is what, I love those moments.
Well, Kelly did that. Kelly did that. No, why am I retarded right now? Ewing did that with MJ and Venom, right? What would Peter do?
Like, so, that's still one of the best moments. I wish you could nominate moments for like an Eisner or something. I don't know, because I would definitely throw that up there at the very, very. But then there's Silver Age, and then there's the Bomb and Wolverine, and that's not even getting into indies. But I digress. So, the last time we checked in, Pete was out in space, as Andrew recalled. He had started getting, a little space love from Rayner. We kind of learned that he was sort of putting off coming back to space. So, with that, that's where we leave Pete. We last time we were on Earth, we started with Jonah. He's kind of, going through the motions of like, it's weird. Where is Spider-Man? I don't know what's going on. Like, there's no way this violent one is Peter. Sure enough, he gets to his office and Norman Osborn is there, beat up, bloodied, and going, I need help, and you're really
after
the only
he gotten
person.
the absolute crap kicked out of him.
Yeah, by who was it again? Oh, it was just one of the Spider Slayer.
It was one of the
the Goblin Slayers or whatever you want to call them nowadays. Before we move on, so I will say, the way this interaction plays out across the issue, right, where Norman is sort of like, I don't understand, and then Jonah's like, well, we both are coming at this at the same angle. Here's what I know from all the years that you don't. Like, very good moment there. Like, I really liked that. John Romita Jr. needs to take a break, man, because the art is like, so bad on.
I'm so over JR. Like, it is just not like his work has never been my jam, but his current stuff is just not it.
Like, I don't even. This is so bad. It just, like I like JR stuff specifically.
And the colorist that's on this book, on these issues where he's the artist, is not doing him any favors, because most of it just looks like color flats.
Yeah, especially the blood in it. Like, look on his neck right there, right? Like the blood leaking from the suit or onto the suit. It's just flat. There's no webs even, right? You could still get that same effect, put the webs over it. And it's really, really bad in this arc. Oh man, is it in this issue? It might be. It is in this issue, because there's another major art error that you and I laughed at about the other night from JR. And so it's in this issue. We'll get to it. But in the meantime, we learn that as a part of that whole Goblin Slayer thing, it has not been just limited to specifically like Norman and, his direct goblin kin, if you will, but pretty much anybody who has ever presented to be a goblin, which is where we get this admitted. Like, I'll say this, Andrew, I was surprised genuinely that we saw Phil Urich pop up, right? Like the Goblin Knight. They do say like he is kind of just a zombie, right? Like he is undead, which is, fine. I don't really care about him, but it's like, oh, wow, him, huh? Anyway, so, I didn't even like his story, man. Like that whole, that's the Slot era. That was just bad. But we learn, he's getting hunted down by a Spider Slayer. It looks very clearly like they're just, doing the Incredibles thing, where they're sending them out to kill goblins and, improving the machines every time they come back. From there, we jump over to Rand Enterprises, where, this is where this is where my interest is, because if you guys remember, Brian and Peter, who's actually Ben Reilly, have been working on like a new, sort of like you throw it down and it's like made out of fungus, and it can like build bridges or like emergency structure stuff. Kind of actually, like, remember that scene in Absolute Superman where Clark is holding up the dam and the cape is like kind of webbing out over it to help?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. That's kind of like what they're building. And, you know, if you guys remember, over the past few visits on Earth, Brian has sort of, you know, been messing up his end of the experiment while Ben has been kind of just absolutely killing it to the point where he's now up for like second in command of Rand Enterprises, which obviously, you know, weighs on Brian. And essentially he he suits up one day and he goes, hey, I'm going to go test it. I'm going to do all the final tests. And his boss, she goes, no, like, don't do it. Wait for Peter. And he's like, but I don't want to, like, but I'm here. Like, I'm the biologist. Like, what? And yeah. And he's getting really like, almost like pissy about it. And, you know, she even tells him like, you're losing the plot, like breathe, like I'm not doing this right now. So with that established, we get the rest of the, you know, talk between Norman and Jonah, which again, I don't understand this hair choice that he did for Norman. Like,
yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
It's like Killmonger. It's like a messy Killmonger, but you're not Killmonger. Like, it's so weird. Yeah. For example, you can see like, look at Norman in that second panel from the profile, and then like that one in the first. The one in the first, I don't know who the hell that is. The one in the bottom, like the second one,
it doesn't even look like Norman.
And then the one in the second,
I mean, not like Jonah,
right? Or and then the one in the second, like it doesn't even look like him from the profile. It's just, it almost looks like Peter, like Norman does. Like he looks like an older Peter, just like with the big age line on it. But yeah, from there we kind of just, you know, get a good pep talk there. Q, the younger Spider crew who we saw a couple issues ago, confront Norman and say, hey, you got to stop, knock this off. They came to an agreement. They are, you know, they're just patrolling, so for lack of a better term. And this is where that other art error comes up that I was talking about.
It takes 5 scrubs to make up for Peter.
I mean, I wouldn't even call this making up for him, really. But
yeah. Like, now I was wondering what you were referring to, and now that you zoomed in on
Bailey has no webs, no Spider-Boy webs. Like, easiest.
He is swinging on air.
You just have to draw. Look at Gwen's web right next to him. You just have to draw a squiggle line. It's not that hard to remember this. Like, come on, JR. You're on the biggest, like the main book for Marvel.
His webs are kind of just meh.
I've never really liked his webs. He's not a good.
Yeah.
He's good when he does like a big like area of webs, right? Because like that's kind of what his like cross hatching style really works with. Terrible for like web slinging or swinging or anything like that. But I don't even remember what happened here. Oh yeah, basically Captain Kitsunagi says like, "Hey, I want to help," and they go, "Okay, maybe," and it's dumb, and I really don't care. I don't have anything to add about that.
It has nothing of value to add.
Right. And then we get one final clash between a Spider Slayer and the Goblin Queen, who I, again, was like, when I saw the cover, when I saw the cover, and I was like, oh, please don't bring back the like, don't do this. This is like the good use. It's like, okay, they're all getting killed off. Nobody's going to give her attention. That's fine. Like, let's go on. So from there, we get Ned Leeds also gets attacked and abducted because he used to be Hobgoblin.
Yep, one of the Hobgoblins.
We get Brian going, you know what? Screw it, I'm going to do the experiment, and ta-da! It goes horribly wrong in a way I don't believe we've actually explored yet, even in this issue that came out this week. The next
he was just getting wheeled out to an ambulance.
Yeah, like oh yeah, that's this week. He's getting wheeled out to the ambulance. So then we learned that, oh no, all the Goblin Slayers are things, and that's where we left off on Earth.
I hate their designs.
I do too.
I think they look asinine.
They look like the... Oh
my God. You look like a spaghetti bearded, like, stupid robot. I can't be down with it.
It looks like the robot, the dinosaurs from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? Like the little, I don't know what they're like, the mousers or something. And then you gave them like the Michael Bay, give them a beard by using their wires, like type of thing. And it's just like, there's no sauce here.
To me,
like,
it looks like they tried to do a freaking more retarded, larger version of, what was his name, Jiro from Dragon Ball GT, the stupid little robot.
The stupid little robot.
And then gave him spaghetti on his face. I don't
understand the spaghetti thing. Like, I genuinely don't know what that is about. Because we still don't learn anything about it, but we'll come back to Earth in just a second. One really quick run through space, because the last space issue is really pretty, but not a lot happens.
But like almost nothing happens.
Essentially, we get more, connection and like team building, essentially, between Peter's Guardians of the Galaxy that we've got going on here. I
didn't mind this little interlude scene between him and Rayner. It was like kind of sweet.
I actually liked it.
It was a sweet interaction where like he was like telling her about the different flavors of ice cream, and like she obviously like not being from around here, right, is equating it to screaming and like flavors of screams. What? Like she's here for it.
It's like a big bad warrior, a more curious Drax, right? Or like MCU Drax, where Drax
or
is
more violent and brutish Starfire.
Yeah, that's a good one too. But Starfire is way cooler, like just hands down.
It's Corey,
but yeah,
right?
there is a very good little like cuddle, and they talk, and she kind of nails Peter immediately. She's like, "You're afraid, like, aren't you?" Mm-hmm. And it's one of those like, what's the term? Like the words of a child, right? Like they're innocent. She's not trying to goad him or anything. She's just like, "Oh, fact," and Peter's like, "Oh, fuck, like, I guess I have to confront it now," but she also, it's a good moment where she's like, you don't have to be ashamed. Like, this is okay. You taught me that. And then I did like this little bit where she's like, I'm not in love with you, but I love you. Right. Which is like, that's cool, because I don't think any of us expected this to be like a real thing. Right. Like, this is a space fling. So that's a good way to get out of that trap right there. I did laugh super fucking hard at whatever his name is, just like standing there in the dark, like staring at like
that's not creepy at all.
Like watching him and her like sleep. I really, really like that panel. It's scary as fuck.
It is.
But it's essentially like, I'm not really gonna be scared if Thanos comes to me and I just got out of the pool or something. Like, it's just not the time. But from there, we learn that he's essentially made some sort of genetic recoder super serum that will rewrite his DNA once again, but do a better job of sort of combining the radiation and the human DNA, and it'll make him stronger. Interestingly, I did like this. He goes, don't use it. And Pete's like, what the fuck? Like, why? You've made it. And he's like, what did he say? Oh, yeah. He's like, I know I made it, but we have no idea what it'll do. And as irritatingly self-righteous as you can be, I have developed a fondness for you, my boy, more a respect. And I'm like, dude, that's Peter. I don't know. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like
Peter will do that.
I like this crew. I would almost be okay with them sort of being like a Starjammers of sorts, where they like deem him their captain or their leader, but he stays on Earth, and every so often like something happens and they have to like, like our leader is getting arrested or whatever, right? Like by the Kree, it's like crazy unfoldings like that. I think that could be fun.
Hyperspace hijinks.
Right, exactly. Not necessarily another whole space trip, but the old school ones where it's like, I'm from Kree. We need your help. Warp. Oh, we're on Kree now. Look at all the crazy cars, like something like that. But Peter, still grabs the serum. He's ready to go. We do get to see, Glitch. That's right. He catches Peter. Peter's going, I'm just going to go on my own. I don't need to drag all of them into this. I do need to like confront this. And, the suit says, all right, good luck. And just kind of the most fondness you'll get from him towards Peter, right? From what we've seen so far. And so Pete gets ready to go. And he discovers that in space, Hellgate has followed him here. And he's just like obliterated everybody on the station. He is ready to fight Pete. And Pete goes, you know what? Let's do this. Like, let's rumble. And it's pretty interesting because remember, like, the whole thing is Hellgate's supposed to be fighting Pete because Pete can train him to like save his planet, but he doesn't even necessarily want it until Pete proves himself worthy. And so he really like kind of like shoves Pete aside, even though he needs him to teach him. But from there, we get an amazing Loraz fight where Pete suits up in the glitch suit, starts just whacking around. Like that whack right there from the hammer to Hellgate's knee. I don't know, man. That one hurt me.
Yeah,
I was just like, oh man, fuck.
My old runner's knees.
Yep, same here.
And
same
especially
here.
my knee that I cracked the kneecap of on an ice rink.
Oh, yep.
Back in college. So like I saw that and I was like, I need to change. I need to turn the page. It's that thing that like we guys do if we're watching, stupid videos of stuff that happens to people online.
Yeah.
Someone gets kicked in the nuts or like falls onto them. Right?
You kind of like suck it in for a second. You're like, ooh,
yeah. You're like, ooh, huh. Like you laugh afterwards, but the initial reaction is
it's just like, oh shit. Like, and this is like one of those ones where it's like we always see the the punches to the chest and the face or whatever, but this one needs a doctor. Like you need rehabilitative surgery off of this one. Like this one's bad. Hilarious. I didn't see this, but this is fucking hilarious. Subhuman asks, where's Shay? Literally, Andrew notes, I haven't seen her for several issues.
We haven't seen her, I think, since maybe the first issue of this like split arc.
Was
and
she
not
even
even
there?
the split arc. It was before that. It was before the split. So it was before he hooked up with Felicia that one night.
Because it wasn't the last time they saw each other. When he goes to the asylum where she like to Ravencroft to talk to Rhino after Rhino got like hopped up on the Hobgoblin's thing, and then because they have that little exchange there where Pete's like, he's Spider-Man. But he's like, oh, Peter Parker tells me like you two are more than friends or whatever. And she goes like, hey, eyes on what we're doing right now. My personal life is none of your business. I think you might be onto something. I think Joe Kelly doesn't want anything to do with her. I think
because none of us do either.
None of us do.
We don't care.
We like Rayner. Rayner's a better love interest for Pete than Shay ever was. Right?
Yeah, like Charlie didn't work. Shay's not going to work.
Charlie Cooper. Oh my God, what a bad time. What a bad time.
That's bad. That was a bad time.
Bendis, Slot, all of you. Oh man, this hit right here, just like Pepe Loraz doing the full like Pete's legs above his head as he like brings the hammer down on Hellgate. Again,
he's so good.
That's what I was going to say, man. Like Hellgate might suck, and I still think this is really stupid. But my God,
still,
can the man like
Ares at home is what Hellgate is.
It is Ares at home. It is so bad. It's just so dumb. I like this too. The way Pepe did. Apparently, Hellgate has like a dimension cutting axe or like a portal cutting axe, and just like every slash, Pepe gives it that whole other kind of like you just cut out a layer and you sing the one behind it. It's a simple effect.
Well, he's almost creating an additional panel with it the way he's doing it, which is really rad.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just like, oh, you're so good, Pepe. Like, put him on something good. Interestingly, the fight takes him back to that planet that he was originally stranded on, which I guess is Hellgate's like homeworld. They don't really like get into it, but as the fight continues, Hellgate gets the upper hand. Pete gets ready to inject himself with the serum when all of a sudden, kind of like you and I were just talking about, the Guardians of the Friendly Neighborhood show up and they just...
Friendly Neighborhood Guardians?
Yeah, there we go. And they just, boom, blast their ship right into Hellgate, buying Pete a little bit of time. And away they go with Pete kind of realizing like, oh, we're fucked. Right? Like this, even with that, that's not going to do anything. Like,
that's only going to put him down for so long.
Which,
right?
So that's what's going on in space. Again, very, very beautiful, good, friendly neighborhood
Pepe Loraz
stuff.
is so good. I don't know why they can't just put him on like.
I think it's because of that. They're like, we know you people will buy Pepe Loraz art, and it's like. You might have had us if he was the constant artist. Oh, 1,000%. Nobody's saying it's not, but I'm saying that's what they're doing. Like, I probably would be picking this up like straight if it was all Pepe, right? Like that would have to be a monthly book again. But if it was all him, there's no way one could resist. I would want one of those what is it, like the artist proof editions that like IDW has been doing or whatever, like the big oversized like book ones that have just like the original art on it and like
it just have the pencils.
Yeah, I would want to see that
like
for
what I've got
anything
for my
from Pepe.
My Michael Turner gallery artist edition.
That's
that
not
one.
even it. You're just holding up a red like box.
Oh my! I gotta move this. That's a horrible place for that, Andrew.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Whoa. Oh wait, I was gonna be like, what is that suit? And I was like, oh wait, that's the casual outfit that she wears.
Yeah. No, this is just Turner's.
Oh man.
Lines.
These like they need to do more of these just for everything.
I love it so much.
And I love how you can see like on the older ones too, like the cut out word bubbles, right? Like how they used to like.
I opened right to Wally.
Look at that. Oh man. What's that other? Is that Batman? Who the hell?
That's I don't remember. I think that's from that might be from Identity Crisis or Final.
There's Deathstroke. Yeah, I can't remember what. That might be a Villains United thing.
Oh, that might you might be right.
You know, if it's that era,
you might be right there. Yeah, yeah. This is like the gem, crown jewel of my comic book collection. They only made 200 of these.
I think speaking of Turner and crown jewels and all that, I think you've explained it to me before, but I think I forgot or I can't lock it. What is with all those variants I keep sending you that come out from the Aspen store or the whatever, like Michael Turner's company, that are like Ultimate Incursion Spider-Man variant, Michael Turner art? Like where is that all coming from? Is that just unused stuff that they're coloring in to be Miles or something?
In his final couple of years, he knew that he was on borrowed time.
Oh yeah.
And so he just put his head down and started cranking out pieces that could still support his family and things like that. Long after he was gone.
Right.
And so there's just this host of, in some cases, even uninked Turner work that's pit ups and covers and splashes and things like that.
Okay.
And so
it's basically like
slowly release those. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha,
and then there are also other instances where you'll see pieces where it's like, wow, that piece looks really
familiar.
Yeah. Miles one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay.
That's just a recoloring of of one
because
Spidey,
his colorist guy,
Spidey,
right, is still alive. Like his main colorist.
Peter.
Yeah.
Peter Steigerwald.
I think because he still runs it all, and I think he does those colors for those comics. Yeah. And it's only weird, guys, because Turner clearly draws an adult male Spider-Man. So when you throw Miles colors on it, it's that's not Miles. He's not a big teenager. He's not a skinny teenager. Not by any of it. Let's see. All right. So that's what's going on in space with Spider-Man. That brings us up to this week with perhaps one of the worst covers JR's dropped in a long time. I didn't I knew it was bad, but then when we talked about it, I was just oh, now that I'm looking at it, this is really, really bad. Oh, hold on. I got to open this up from that issue. I know I don't have it up yet, but did you clock this from last issue? The letters page. They just were nope, we're not doing it. Not happening this week. And they threw it together a thing in Comic Sans. And I'm like, are you guys running from us? What are we doing now? What? Why? Why even do this? Why not just not have the letters page and say something about it next month? I don't understand what you guys are doing over here. It's so confusing.
Wow.
It's so genuinely confusing. Right? Just
Marvel, Spider-Man office, get your crap together.
This is so bad. It's not cute. Right?
It's not funny.
This isn't fun.
Yeah, I see you're trying to be cute because you say Symbi, and Symbi was the little black symbiote goo little critter up in space with Peter and Rayner and all them. And you're No,
you're not in on the joke here, right? there are times when somebody makes fun of you and you can lean into
fellow
it.
kids us.
Right, exactly. Like, just do your work and either get out of the way or take your well-deserved punches, right? Like,
we're not friends.
we are, yeah, that's a really good way to put it. Like, we are not friends.
I'll text my friends or my work compatriots with something like that just to get an eye roll out of them.
Right. Or like you and I will joke about it, right?
Lowe,
like,
you are not that guy.
You're not in on it, man. Like, it's really, really sad. It's just kind of like, yeah, like Nick, I just want him to go away so badly. So badly.
Keep whipping. How about you whip the hell out of my face?
Out of my face. Before we move on from that, Simbi, did you catch his whole like weird origin story, like real world Marvel creation story from last week? It was in like a couple of the trades. I think it was in like Variety. I didn't cover it because it's kind of a nothing burger, but for our purposes, it's a bit entertaining. So Simbi, like Andrew said, the little symbiote squish dude, he's probably in the literal issue we are looking at somewhere. Oh, he's right there in the back. That's an easy snag. He's right there hanging out with Glitch. Let me go to the Zoom page. There we go. There, kind of. I almost got there.
Almost had it.
Close enough.
First try.
There we go. Simbi, right? Little, almost like a Jeff the Land Shark, but for symbiotes, but not quite. So what they revealed was that they wanted Venom for that Spidey and his amazing friends like kindergarten show, but there was no test. Like, they ran so many test like things and
you
nothing.
Don't put Venom in
Nothing.
kindergarten.
Exactly.
No.
Nothing could make it. They were just like, it's not working. You cannot put Venom into this. So they went, let's make Simbi. And then Marvel Comics just went, okay, let's put it in the comics. Like the next day. And it's just like, I guess that's probably pretty common.
Which explains why he has done absolutely nothing.
Thank you.
He's literally just been like an ornament.
He spit in like one he spit in like the scientist guy's face when they were doing the escape. Right? Or like he splashed on his eyes and that was it. And he hasn't even been like, I don't want that, but they haven't even forced him like a Jeff. Right? Like, he doesn't do anything. He's just there. And yeah, so I just thought that was Marvel. What are we doing? Get your priorities right. You're focusing on the wrong things. Yeah. Speaking of focusing on the wrong things, this cover, man, like, John.
Do you see what I was talking about?
Oh, I know. I was with you. Yeah. Where it's like, he's supposed to be gripping him like up, like pull from the chest, but he's like scooping under almost. Like Pete has a second layer.
And what this just stuck out to me right now, the way that it's drawn, it makes it look like at least I don't know how your screen looks right now. The way I'm looking at it, the arm that's punching Hobgoblin, that one looks like it starts on his complete opposite side.
It's like a hook from like a cross
because of how
hook.
It's drawn straight. It's just a straight line that goes from this shoulder over to the other
all the way straight down. Like, and then if you looking at the like the pull from Hobgoblin, like right here, obviously Pete's got his shoulder, but the fabric and everything, the movement doesn't flow with it. So it's just it feels like it's got these unnecessary like kibble on it that you don't really need. And then I just noticed this, like, how do you not fit your
what is happening there with his belt
and like the turn of his body? Like, John,
this is just bad.
Like, it's insulting bad. Like, if this was not cover A, I would have issues with this. I would have genuine issues with this.
Did GRGR get like some sort of a deal where he's like, I get to do cover A for my entire run or something like that, but he doesn't actually have time to do cover A for his entire run, and so he's just like crapping this out
this is so
2.5 hours like on a Saturday afternoon.
Look at Hobgoblin. There's no emotion there from getting clocked by Spider-Man, right? Like,
there's not even any impact.
Well, that you can actually, like, if you zoom all the way in, yes, that too. But to that point, like the only indication is this chip, like of his teeth.
Yeah.
And you can see that, but only when you're really zoomed in. Otherwise, it kind of just looks like he's a zombie and he's just like tanking a big hit, which kind of cool, but that's not Hobgoblin. And also, what is this costume for? Like, this is not a Hobgoblin suit. Hobgoblin has never, especially Kingsley, has never done like a bare-legged front, like forearm
This looks
wrap.
like an OG Norman,
right?
More than anything,
right? So I'm like, Jay, like, what are you even doing, Jay? JR, you know Norman, you know Hobgoblin. Like, I don't actually get it. Part of me is like, did you have a stroke and we're all just kind of like letting you get health insurance? That's fine. But like, why? Like, what are you doing out there? And it's just one of those things that makes me like remember, like, DC's eating Marvel's lunch, man. Like, it is bad. If
Marvel might have 1 or 2 books each month, it's like, all right, this was solid, right? Or this was fun.
Or even like our like creators, right? Like, they've got Hickman and like for me, like they've got Peach Momoko. Those are their 2 big exclusives. Like Al Ewing, you know, he's handling Venom. He's also doing the Absolute Green Lantern stuff. Jason Aaron does a couple Avengers things here and there, but he's doing Superman. And like, I feel like it's just a matter of time until they lock down Al Ewing on an exclusive contract. And at that point, I don't know what you're going to do, Marvel. Like, Zeb Wells is not a lead writer. Like he's not a Stan Lee.
Put Ewing on Flash. Because I'll be honest, I'm not particularly excited. I'm not like, oh man, I'm bummed out or really worried, but I'm not particularly excited about Ryan North on Flash.
It's going to be a lot of the safe stuff. Like,
yeah.
I almost guarantee you, everybody pin this. Like, you and I will read a couple of issues of that, and they'll all feel Wally Bees, right? They'll all be like an inconsequential thing that gets wrapped up super fast, and maybe was suggested kind of leading into something, but we're not really directly going to capitalize on that unless Scott Snyder or Williamson or somebody like decides that they want to pick up on it, right? So I have no idea what's going on over there. Yeah, no, exactly, Sub. It does feel like he doesn't want to try. Like, I don't know who this goblin is. It's so very, very odd. But things only get worse as we get into the issue. I don't get this scene, man. Like, it just feels unnecessary where
it does.
May is going into Oscorp to, you know, talk to Norman about like what's going on with Peter, and the like receptionist is like, okay, old lady, you're crazy. Oh, you know Norman. Okay. And it's like, I don't understand why you're being this combative.
It just dawned on me right now what the purpose of this scene probably was.
Hit me.
Because towards the end of this issue, right, you have the Goblin Slayers attacking Oscorp.
Yes.
Right. And people are like purportedly getting injured or blah, 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 blah. I think we're supposed to just kind of like not actually feel bad for them because crappy lady at the front desk.
Which is like, no.
There are better ways to do that.
There are better ways to do that. And also like, a
hero is going to save whoever is around.
That's what I mean. As Peter has fucking taught us, like, over the years, you save everybody. You don't pick and choose on politics.
You don't get to pick
right?
you don't get to pick and choose who lives and who dies.
No, because then you're the the judge, jury, executioner. That's not a hero. So it just I didn't like this scene. It just felt super, super forced.
Yeah, but it was also just annoying. And anybody being obnoxious like that to Aunt May, I'm like, no, you get out of here.
And also, it's like Aunt May is not nobody, right? Like Feast is a giant like homeless relief organization. It's the biggest one in New York in canon. She was married to JJ's dad, right? Like the #1 newsman's. She was like his mom. Like, people will know, or you do a quick Google search. I'm super surprised that there was no scene where like Norman actually sees her. Obviously, we know why, because flip the page, Norman's fighting the Goblin Slayers.
Well, that's what I was expecting. I was expecting him to like show up on the next page
and then like fire her.
Kind of like, either fire her
or do the like businessman thing where it's like, she did what? We'll have her fired. And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought was coming. But we don't even get that because we go right back into the Spider Slayers and Norman, battling with them. it's, as Andrew said earlier, there's some really good internal monologue stuff here with Norman where he's thinking through, you know, like what would Peter do? Where was it? Yeah, right here. The screams grow inside and out, but I have a secret weapon. My mantra, what would Peter do? And for a moment, it's all quiet. And I'm like, dude, yeah.
I like that,
fuck
though.
yeah. No, I do too.
I really like that.
It's
like, that's
really good.
Because we know that Norman has all these demons inside and he's constantly combating them. And there's something actually very poetic about him like leaning into like the Peter aspect in order to like help quell those, because Peter has wanted him to be a better version of himself, right?
And it's more of that confronting, like Spider-Man didn't hate me. Like Peter didn't like hate, like it wasn't about me. He was doing good. Like he was trying to help. He's not out to get anybody. So it's so weird because, like, yeah, you and I were super jazzed, or not super jazzed, I'd say. You and I, our interests were piqued when this, not the first reveal, when the first reveal happened that this was when this Spider-Man was Norman. I think both of us were like,
because it was a like final page reveal.
Yeah,
is why we were like, what?
And we were just like, come on, are we doing this?
But then that very next issue
was really,
we were like,
really good. Yeah, and so we're like, okay, this could be fun to explore. You and I have been very, very proactive about being like, no, we know this is not permanent. We know this is all a change. We're not falling for that, but just cards where they're dealt right now. Like, not a bad thing.
Tell a good story.
Right. And that's where, just like,
tell a good story.
Now this part, like, it bums me out because it's all good, but like the story itself, like, I don't, like, give it to Norman like at any other moment.
Plot. Yeah, it feels like the overall plot is just kind of losing steam.
Right. Yup.
And so I'm still interested in elements, but I'm not interested in the overall story.
I really don't care about this. Oh, the goblins have caused so much damage. Now we're gonna wipe the line off the earth or whatever, right? It's just
and this is all gonna circle back to, at some point, you know, Hellgate returning to Earth, and Peter's gonna have to take him on, and I'm like, I don't really care. Just get me to the next symbiote stuff, to be honest, because that to me is more interesting, just because of what Al Ewing has been doing with the Venom book and the buildup that, you know, Charles Soule did with the Carnage book. And now it's like, well, we've got Null back in play, and the MJ stuff that's been going on with MJ and Flash Thompson. So like,
Toxin,
there's a lot
Rick's
of
back in play.
There's a lot of really interesting players on the board right now, to where I feel like I'm more excited for whatever like the next story is than I am
every time you talk to me about like, oh man, like it's gonna be so crazy, everybody's gonna meet and they're gonna clap, like it always sounds so cool.
And so much cooler than what we're probably gonna get.
Dude, I'm really
not because Al Ewing isn't able to deliver, but
no, it's Marvel.
Because Marvel and Spider-Man Office Editorial is going to probably like clip him off at the ankles.
Well, that's exactly it. Kind of linking back to what we were saying about like event fatigue. We know, like, you would expect something like that to breathe for a few months, right? Maybe even like a year of Spider-Man stories centered around that wackiness. Here, Pete comes back, and then we go immediately into Death Spiral. I think there's like one issue where Peter's around, and I'm like, that's not enough to have a good interaction with Jonah and Ben.
Right,
and
there's
Norman.
A lot of stuff you gotta address before we jump into that.
Like all these kids here too, right? Where they're like, okay, we're glad you're okay, but what the fuck are you doing working with Norman Osborn? Like, can we talk about that? Like, there's a whole
as much as I don't give a piss about any one of them, you have to address that,
because it's what you've been laying out in the story. Also,
and how did you feel about what they did with Ben in this issue?
Well, we'll get to it, because I actually, we'll get there. But before we get there, I did want to point out, like, another awful art page, because, okay, you might think it's fine, because it's a big splash, there's lots of action.
It's kind of a mess.
It's a mess, like, compositionally. But then, like, check this, like, nobody is the right proportion. Like, at all. So, like, it's really more apparent down here with the three Spider Ladies, where, like, Gwen's head is like giant compared to Silk, and then you have like Aranya down there whose
head is even bigger than the other two.
And her like forearms and fist are bigger than like both of their heads, and it's just like, what am I even looking at down here? Who's fighting? What? Why? This sucks. Like, this is not good art. Ugh. He doesn't even like draw the webs coming out cool. It's literally just like line.
Yeah, it's Foosh, here's some tissue paper.
Right. Yeah, dude, it's like a fire extinguisher. It's lame.
That's what it looks like when I pull a sheet of tissue paper out of the box.
Foom, foom. Yeah, this is it's really like, what the hell is, okay, we're like, we'll move on, but like, I just caught this, like, this glob that Silk is dropping down. What is that? Like,
I don't even know.
What am I looking at, John? Like, it's bad. Like, it's not even,
Pay it up, or like go on to a book that you actually have some investment in.
this,
Because at least based on what I'm seeing, it doesn't feel like you're invested.
it does not. It feels like what Subhuman said, that you have just completely given up at this point, which is fine. I'm all for, nickel and diming the big boss to get your due. Just maybe tell us. Like, I'd be fine with it. Just tell us. But then, yeah, so from there, the young spider kids all join the fight. Norman starts kind of having a panic attack moment where he's going like, no, like, the entire, like, it shouldn't be kids in here. I don't want you guys fighting for me. Like, this is my cross to bear, essentially. And
He's about to snap.
yep, and he sees like all of them starting to get their asses kicked, and okay,
And then we switch to some good art.
I don't know what. Why is this? Why? I'm with you. It's way better art. B, why do we switch at all? Like, what is happening over there, guys? Like,
What we should do is retroactively switch the first half of this book to this.
honestly, it might make sense. Like, just, yeah, like in flow, in action. But yeah, from there, Norman sort of like, he kind of like locks in. He's like, all right, it's my, like, you don't come here, you don't threaten us. He really kicks all of their asses. Like, he really, really like goes at it. And and then this is
It
Todd.
also has some much better colorings
This
here.
is Todd. Now, like, why are you bringing in another art? Like, what is?
Yeah,
why-
the artists. There's 3 different artists on this book.
well, 4 now. Like if you count Pepe out there in space, you've got.
No, I meant just on this issue.
Oh yeah. Just on this issue. Yeah. And it's why, like, Marvel, this was not a disruptive thing. Like, this was your plan. You knew you were doing the double space story. I don't know why you had to fill in everything. It reeks of, oh, we messed up. Like, we don't know what we're doing. It's really, really bad. But there's also another good moment where, Norman during his freak out goes, oh, they don't need, a whiny little billionaire. They need Spider-Man. And he like goes into the fray, punches him out, saves Spider-Gwen. And that's when we turn the page and see he's been stabbed. And that is where we leave off this issue. But there's no drama to this. There is zero drama. Like, even if you kill off Norman Osborn, you're gonna bring him back. It feels like they're just, like we talked about, like they're just dragging it out to drag it out.
It just feels like they're spinning their wheels until Peter gets back. And they start the next event. That's what it is.
And it's so,
how much filler can we put in here before the next event is ready and starts? But that's what it feels like.
and they're like, that's why they have Todd too, because they're like, oh, Todd, we need to add a couple more pages because we need to drag this out like across to the second issue.
You're fast and good.
Yeah,
he
right?
is. How about you just have him draw the damn book?
Please do. MJ page
Instead,
still
'cause
remains.
I love his work.
Yeah, no,
Remember
I love
that,
Todd's.
what was that, a month ago or so? Like, that Supergirl piece that he posted on his Instagram.
Yep.
Like, I was like, man, why is this man not drawing more?
I have
interiors?
like up here a print from Comic-Con from his Todd.
Yeah.
That's just like all the like main Spider-Men and stuff, and it's got his like signature right there. Like, I love Todd.
love that.
Todd's great. Loved Todd ever since Young Justice. You can't really go wrong with the man who like essentially after Waringo defined like Bart Allen, right? Like, kind of hard to go wrong. There's the man himself. I love that book.
Me too.
What, has it ever gotten an omnibus? I don't think it has.
It doesn't. It has, is it 5 volumes of these? 4?
Not even
5.
hardcovers? That's bullshit.
I think it's 5.
I'm gonna riot. That's not okay. Like that.
I'm actually going to blow something up.
Yeah. I will commit an act. But yeah, so Spider-Man, like whatever momentum it did have, completely kind of gone. But before we move on, because I skipped over it. Ben, we learn, so off of the explosion last issue with, at work with Rand and Brian, they're wheeling Brian out. He's been infected. They have no idea what's going on. I did like this little bit here where the boss is like, what's going on? What did he get hit with? And they're like, that's not our job. I don't know. Call somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, shit.
You're the
like,
boss.
He's in the tube. Like, I don't know who else to call.
Yeah.
So she calls Peter. However, as we all know, right now living at Peter's house is Ben and Janine. And we open on a scene where Ben essentially just goes like, okay, I'm done. Yeah, I walked a mile in his shoes. Now I'm just kind of done.
There was no weight to that.
I don't know what the hell, dude. Like, I'm at a loss for words.
I find that to be
a good
entirely
resolution. This is not what he was resolving towards. Like,
no.
Remember in the last time we saw Ben at work, he was like getting edgy or like aggravated with Brian, and he's like, I can do this, and it's like, so then literally, what was the point of any of this?
Yeah.
Why did you come to live in his life?
Because
what did you learn from it?
This removes one of the.
Oh wait, hold on.
Can you not hear me?
Pause. I think I unplugged. Pause. There we go. Try again.
Now can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay. This removes one of the interesting potential conflict bits for when Peter comes back. Remember that I kept talking about? It's like,
yes,
man, he's going to have to contend with the fact that his ex is Venom, his former arch nemesis is Spider-Man, and his clone is now him.
Like, is Peter. Yeah.
Like, man, that is a mess and a half, and I'm kind of here.
That's when he goes, "Yo, Rocket, turn back around. I'm going back with you." Like, I'm not doing this.
And then like his former high school bully is like hanging out with his ex. Like all of these different things were like primed to converge in a massive crap.
I just realized something that Al's probably going to do over in the Venom stuff is continue that front of a relationship between Flash and MJ for cover. Yeah. Right? Like, and so playing it up in front of Peter, like, come on, like, I want to see that. Like, Peter will finally do it, right? Like, he will finally just like put it in his mouth and do it. Like,
yeah.
So, yeah, like it doesn't make any sense, and it kind of leads further credence to me, at least, that Ben's death spiral. Because why are you just excising him, right? Like why are you just throwing him away? Because now the resolution here is going to be, there was someone who was you, and then he didn't pick up the phone, which is like, okay.
It just feels like it was never meant to be the plan.
No, not at all.
This was something that Nick Lowe cooked up in his retarded ass head and said, "Hey, I want you to do this." And Joe Kelly was like, "But I'm doing this. But
I want to do this." Well, yeah.
Right. It's like, well, I don't care. I'm Nick Lowe, and I'm a.
I mean, you can feel the Nick Lowe fingerprints all over here. We talked about this last time we saw them together. Like, Ben and Janine don't have this like weird jealousy relationship, right?
No, they don't.
Even here, where she's going like, "Oh, want me to get that? It's your hot boss," and he's like, Peter's hot boss. The only woman I answer to is in this room. And she's like, "Yeah, me." It's like, that's never been her. Like, she loves
infantile.
Ben. Exactly. Like, she's basically supposed to be his MJ. Like down to, yes, she's more on the rougher side like Ben is, but good people, genuinely loves him, makes him feel safe, and don't know where this came from. Like, it's so Nick Lowe just to throw random relationship tension in for no reason, because that's drama. I don't know. It was already a really big crapshoot with Ben, and this is like not sticking the landing. I kind of missed that confrontation him and Norman had on the roof. That was kind of interesting, where Ben was like, "You can't do this, and you're also really bad at this. Now leave me alone." And Norman was like, "Oh, the falling chimney or whatever. I gotta save it." Way better than this. The one thing I will say which is weird considering what we've been saying, is that it is nice to see John like draw his Peter accurate, like his version of Peter without any weird like art fuck up, and just swap it to blonde. Like that's, to me, I was like, that's perfect. Like that's, there you go. You got Ben. We're good. Like this is a good panel, John. Retire now. But yeah, everything is falling apart at this point, right? Like everything was held together with duct tape, and the duct tape is starting to lose its adhesive, and it's just, it doesn't feel good, Mr. Stark. It does not feel good. Let's see. Sub asks, are you going to review Iron Man by Josh Williamson? I'm sure we will. I don't think that came out this week, right?
No.
I feel like we would have seen it. It's probably next week. It's really, really soon.
Yeah, it's super soon.
But it's building to Armageddon. Who cares about Armageddon? Who cares about Armageddon? Nobody cares about Armageddon. So that's what's going on with Spider-Man. What do you say we jump over to Rogue? I feel like we gotta talk a little Rogue.
Let's hit Rogue.
All right, close.
This was a fairly light week in terms of what we were able to actually get to anyway. So that gives us plenty of time to talk Rogue.
Oh yeah, I showed you guys two covers, and then this is the only other cover I bought. Right, like the Giru Hero Rogue. So it's a very kind of light week. I know it was a little more for you.
I almost grabbed the I always forget his name, but the dude that does the little chibi versions.
Oh, Scotty Young.
Scotty Young, yeah. I almost grabbed that one with Rogue and Gambit on it. Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
I always like them, but I can never bring myself to like justify buying them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
well, I feel like if I started buying them, it'd be one of those things where like I'd have to continue collecting all of them.
And then you have to go back track and collect, right? And it's just like,
I'm not about that.
We've got Art Germ covers, we've got Scott Campbell covers, we've got like 9,000 other covers that we can concern ourselves with without adding on something we're kind of meh on, you know what I mean? So I'm all right with it. But
for real.
But with that, we have Rogue. Loving this trend, by the way, of letting DNA do your X-Men like solo lady covers, because he did the covers for Emma. So I'm looking absolutely great. Like I like him. I like David. I know he gets a little repetitive, but I like him. It's great art. I have nothing additional to say there. But
his work is always clean. And by the way, yes, it is next week that Iron Man 1.
Awesome. Yeah. So
Williamson.
Maybe that'll be the headliner. Who knows? We trust Williamson, and Williamson we definitely trust, at least with Superman. So let's see what he can do although that actually just made me a little more confident, because it's like he took Superman and, rode that James Gunn wave and made him cool, if you will, again. Maybe he can do that with Iron Man. Iron Man's reputation is kind of shitty because everybody just goes MCU. Maybe Williamson will be able to be like, oh no, this is what Tony Stark is. Let's get back to comic books.
We'll see.
Right. But speaking of comic books, we land here in Rogue with, first off, just a highlight written by Erica Schultz, who is, Andrew and I have gassed her up a lot. We really like her. She wrote the Black Widow Venomous one-shot 2 years ago now, I think, during Venom War. Wrote the Venomous miniseries during that. She's a really good writer. Like she can really tell a story. She can hook you in. She understands the character voices. So with that, we drop into Louisiana, where the Uncanny X-Men have been setting up shop, and we find what are they fighting again? Just like a giant possum, I think, like a mutant possum. And basically the issue involves, everybody taking him down, Rogue leading everybody, and Death Dream at one point tries to use his powers to evacuate everyone from the area. He overexerts himself, gets a little hurt. Rogue blames herself. It felt very much like a drawn out version of that issue with Jitter back in Uncanny, remember? Where, like they trained her and she got hurt or whatever, and she like felt terrible, and Gambit, Gambit like threw cards at her like really hard or whatever, and they were like, why'd you do that? She's just a kid, and yada yada. But off of that, in the interim, Rogue is getting flashbacks to a random scene of Sabretooth, or maybe it's Mystique, or maybe it's Constrictor, killing this guy Jay Stelton, and she doesn't know where it's coming from. She, again, like, it keeps switching what role she's in. So she goes, all right, I need to go settle this. We need to go find out what's happening. And so she goes, well, Sabretooth is dead because Logan killed him. And the only people who are left who might know are my moms. So she goes out and she finds Destiny and Mystique. And Destiny and Mystique, you know, Destiny knows she's coming. And they lead her in. And Mystique is currently, like, she's degenerating. She's kind of lost her powers.
She's having a bad time.
Yeah, it's really bad for Mystique. She's looking like the Crypt Keeper. And basically, the underlying arc here is that Rogue is apparently having some flashbacks to her time during the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, like, or her membership in it. And it looks like she may have murdered somebody, like, in cold blood, or somebody killed her. We have no idea yet. But Mystique goes, don't dig up the past, don't do this. But of course, you're gonna. Like why wouldn't you do that? So that is where we leave this issue. Or like we leave the start of this miniseries. So first, Andrew, I want to ask you, as our resident Rogue guy, what'd you think about it overall?
I liked the art, especially a couple of panels. So there was one panel in the front half of the book. That one, hold on, go back right there. Bottom panel. The way that Rogue is drawn there is beautiful. I absolutely love it.
It's a great Rogue.
That's a great piece of Rogue,
and it definitely gives that emotion of, like, like, come on, like, up and at him, right? Like,
there's movement, there's dynamicism. I liked a lot of stuff with Rogue, and I guess to her credit, she did have a solid voice for Rogue. It wasn't quite Gale's level.
Yeah.
Right.
So I do want to ask you about that, because I felt that, so in general, I think she has Rogue's character locked down, but it feels like Erica leans way too hard on the, like, remind everybody she has a Southern drawl, because, like, every I is ah, and then, every my is ma, and it's like, I get it, but you're doing it so much.
What it is, it's a substitute for having the character's voice truly locked in.
I think you're right. Yeah.
And so she's like, well, maybe I don't 100% have her locked in terms of how she would actually speak, the things she would say. And so I'm going to substitute in the kind of Southern bell drawl that she has.
Because we also know that that's a, it's been a big thing in not a big thing, it was just in Uncanny. They were like, oh, you want to lose it? No, it's what makes me me. Okay, we don't care.
Yeah.
I liked it. I still just, like, kind of a random scene. I don't know. But, okay, so I can get behind that with the voice. I don't really have another thing to put there. I will say, I did like that, this book is so up to continuity that Ransom was calling Death Dream little brother, which was like, I think it was just like the last issue where they made that connection. And
it was like the last issue or two.
Yeah. And so I'm like, that's nice to see. That's cool. But that's, that's, what else you got for Rogue?
I don't know how, interested or invested I am in just the idea of the story itself, with, like,
I know,
I'm gonna dig into my past and the funny part is she even says it in one of the panels where she says, I thought, Xavier had, wiped my memories, like all of those memories from everybody that I, touched before. Right. It's like, yeah, so
I guess not.
What are we doing here?
Yeah. Like, okay. you can't
right,
just
it's the whole, like, I'm giving you the premise, and then I'm telling you something that's entirely opposite to the premise, and acknowledging that.
But, like
on the page.
And it's the thing too, where, like, it feels like you're trying to lampshade it, right? Where you're like, isn't it crazy that this exists? Like it's weird that this continuity error exists. And it's like, haha, yes. Are you going to fucking fix it? No. That's not funny then. That you're just, you're critiquing us for no reason. I have no idea. It just feels, not great. So, yeah, like I feel like this is what we ran into with Emma. right? Where it's like, it doesn't affect anything right now. This is really going to be past focused. I don't know. We're way past the past, essentially. Like,
but even then, like the Emma book, even though that was a complaint of ours, it's like, give us something that's like present day
now.
continuity, right?
Yeah.
That book was still executed well enough that I think at the end of the day, we didn't care.
I can agree with that.
Right? Because
Absolutely.
it was still enjoyable. It was like, well, cards is dealt. This was a fun mini, right? And I enjoyed it, and I stand by that.
Oh yeah, I do too. I absolutely do. It was a great Emma book, and I just give us more Emma. Like, if you fuck her up in X-Men United,
not written by
I'm gonna scream. Oh my! Well, we're gonna have to get through that issue first before we can get out of that potential like cliff danger zone, unfortunately. But who knows? I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so I think overall, Erica's got, like, she understands Rogue the character and where she is now. It just feels like, who cares about the plot?
Yeah.
Right? Like, oh, you killed somebody before. You've killed like 900 people by
how
accident.
many years ago?
Yeah, right? Like, and you didn't even know, right? Apparently. So like, what are we? Nobody. The reason she starts like really getting triggered is because she sees like the guy that she apparently killed, but then like he didn't come up to her. Right? Like he wasn't like, I'm here to haunt
like,
you.
Hey, you tried to kill
me.
Exactly.
It was just like happenstance. So like, it's not,
I don't know, rather Rogue. Convenient. And so it's kind of contrived.
That made me a little like, are you fucking serious? Like they're in
all the people that you're just going to,
in all the world, right? Like they're in Louisiana where you guys are in the Bayou. Like, okay, like let's be completely honest with ourselves. So hopefully it gets better. I know at least the cover game is great. I know obviously there's the Hero one, Fanye, DNA. So I don't know. Hopefully, especially for your sake, I hope we can get better Rogue as the series progresses. Like it's a bummer. But with that, let's see. Let's jump over to let's go to the other publisher. Let's say goodbye to Marvel. Let's go over to DC with probably the biggest thing DC released this week. I'm kind of like looking over my polls.
So. I mean, this is book of the year.
Okay, this is I'm so surprised by this, guys, because I've seen Andrew all day. He's like, this book, or he like texted. First, he shared a thing from Jeremy Adams where it was like an interview thing where it's like, this book is going to be like your favorite of the year. Like, it's going to be great. And both of us were like, I don't know about that. And then earlier today, I get a text. Well, no,
it was Rob from Comics Explained.
Oh, that's right. It was Rob. He
tweeted out that this is the greatest book. He said, this is the greatest comic book I've ever read. And I knew that he was, being a little bit tongue in cheek there. Of course. But like, after like him saying that like had me raising my eyebrows. And then I read it this morning and I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing is like everything comic book about comic books.
It is very, very comic books. And
it's such a self-aware comic book that I was kind of here for.
That's so crazy.
Because they put it with it being in the framing of the DC K.O. event, which is already retarded, right? Like I was like, okay, so I'm here for anything. Like throw it at the wall. Let's see what's
at this point. It's the Who's line that we keep referencing, right? Like the rules were made up and the points don't matter. So who cares what you put at us? Just make it good, make it exciting.
And so all I needed this book to be was stupid fun. That's what I got.
And so I'm kind of on the same page with you. Maybe not to the most extreme, but I'm also like, I think I have to deal with the fact that like going into this book, I fucking hated Omega Bam Man. Like, I thought he was the worst creation that DC had thrown out in years. Like, when he showed up in Flash, I was like, what is this? Like, literally, why are we doing this? There is no... And they didn't execute it back then in that fun comic book way. It just felt like, you all like wrestling, we like... And it was just like, it was fellow kidsing it, almost. So I was like, that kind of sucks. With this, I actually... came to like him, and that was super surprising to me because of a couple details that we'll get into. I'm kind of surprised still that a Kyle Rayner book, you're all about it. I know it's not like about Kyle Rayner that's got your attention, but it's still just like, you don't get to take credit for Superboy and you don't get to take credit for Kyle. I know where you stood. All right. Like we're not rewriting history here, but speaking of, well, not rewriting history, rewriting future wrestling championship history, we have Green Lantern Galactic Slam. So as Andrew said, we are in the framework right now of DC K.O. Where that drops us is, as we kind of touched upon, there's the underlying story bit that all of the people of Earth and the animals or whatever, they've been evacuated to, I don't even remember where, the Titans got them somewhere in a boom tube or something. And Darkseid started using fire pits to turn Earth into like a new apocalypse. Again, they don't really talk about it, but that's what's going on.
No, it's every now and then mentioned in passing.
Yeah, and
we haven't really addressed it.
If they don't address it in the next DC KO, like,
well, they have to,
I know, because that's
where
they are. That's what I mean. Like, you can't just dodge around it with one of those. Because who said it was like Lex or Joker or something? Is like, oh, it's not another Earth. Like, this planet is familiar, and it's like, if that's what you leave it at, I'm gonna go leave like a flaming bag of poop on your like doorstep. Like, there's no way that's acceptable. But with all that said, as the main 32 are competing in the DC K.O. tournament, the rest of Earth's heroes are on the defense. They are trying to save Earth or, prevent the parademon apocalypse invasion. With that, we open on, our two like kind of B-list guys. I thought that was fun, of Connor and Kyle, alongside some newer heroes that I don't recognize. They're probably from something. I didn't read every DCU book or whatever, right? Like, nobody's got time for that. But from there, we do get to see a display of Kyle's new power, in case you guys haven't caught it. The White Lantern energy is now sort of like a Super Saiyan power up for him. So he's green for a moment. He can tap into that life energy, and as you guys see in that bottom panel, let it out. But it comes with what do you call it? Like, he needs to catch his energy back up. Cool down. That's exactly the word. I also like this, where Kyle blows out the white light and Connor just puts on his like sunglasses. Yeah. And he's like, nice. And I'm like, all
thanks
right.
for making use of those and remembering.
Right, exactly. I was like, you know what? Kind of a forced use, but I'll take it. Like, somebody remembered it was there. From there, as soon as Kyle is, he's like, oh, I need to catch my breath, he gets rocketed by a parademon into a intergalactic portal, where he winds up at the, wrestling, I always forget what it is, the WAM.
It's the WAM.
Yeah, it's like the wrestling, whatever the promotion is. Man. Oh, well. Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. That's where we are. So it's basically a multiversal intergalactic wrestling promotion, which, takes fighters from all over time and all over space and throws them into this sort of removed from time and reality area and lets them all wrestle. And with that, Kyle has been transported on there. He gets dropped right into the middle of a fight. And that is where we are introduced to the deuteragonist, I guess you could say, of this series or of this issue, Omega Bam Man, who, yeah, as you guys can probably tell,
it was pretty ridiculous.
He's very much a pastiche of the like 80s era of wrestling, right? The Hulk Hogan, the Macho Man, and I'll say this.
Your Ultimate Warrior.
Yes, your Ultimate Warrior. I will say this. This is kind of why I didn't like him at first, is because it felt too, like, you're trying too hard, right? Like, oh, you've got the singlet and the glasses and the Hogan mustache and the Warrior, like long hair. Like, we get it. We know what you're trying to homage. Like, you don't need to go throw everything in there. But there is something, like, we'll get to it in a little bit, that made me completely flip it, which is really, really awesome. But from there, Kyle basically was like, what is going on? Omega Bam Man says, come with me. We're going to talk. Like, I'll let you know what's going on. Takes them back to their sort of locker room, essentially. And they get to talking. And a lot of this is you know, backstory into Omega Bam Man and, you know, the other wrestlers who are kind of here. We find the heel wrestler. We have the like little goon guy who's like, you know, save it for the ring type of thing. And so Kyle goes, well, I can't do this. I need to go back. We're in the middle of like an apocalypse. And Omega Bam Man says, well, love to help you out, but with the way our thing works, we just go wherever. Like we have no idea where we're going to drop out to have a match next. It could be in the past. It could be in the future. Who knows? And I kind of like that. I don't know if that's been established before, but I was like, oh, that's kind of a neat little mechanic you're throwing onto this thing right here. Let's see we also learn, I think they've talked about this before in other like Omega Bam Man appearances, but no GL fly zone at the Wham because they've been trying to shut them down for time immemorial, and they're not having it. So they go get dinner, and we get into the origin of Omega Bam Man, which is, whoops, I closed the comic by accident. That's not what we wanted, folks. What we learn is that he had so basically we learn that he is from a species that if the males get like aggressive, they get like something fries in their brain, just like genetically, and they get crazy and they're dangerous. So their society has kind of relegated men to only doing very easy things, very menial things, you know, sweeping, moving boxes around.
Knitting.
Knitting. But Omega Bam Man, as a kid, he's watching these intergalactic wrestling matches with Bromega. And he's, you know, I love him. He's the best. He's the greatest. So he goes out and he starts doing the training thing. He's doing the Invincibles training in secret. He's lifting up the carts. He's doing the weighted push-ups. And one day, a monster comes barreling into town. And against, you know, probably his better judgment, he jumps into the fray, punches it out. But nobody, you know, don't do that. That's bad. So they exile him. Gets his ass kicked out.
Just saved all your butts.
Right?
Good job.
Like even his mom and everything. They're just like, get the hell out of here. Which is like, okay, let's see if I save you again. But he goes to this place called Galactic City, which I laughed about because like nobody's used that. How is that not like a name somewhere before in either Marvel or DC? I was like, there's no way that's just on the table. But he goes there. A match between Bromega and another wrestler happens to unfold. He runs down and says, please, please, please train me. Like, I'm begging you. So he takes him under his wing. And this, Andrew, this is where it started like kind of clicking with me, like for me, because they explain that his hairstyle and stuff actually was, he had my hair done in the style of some fight he saw between the last Kryptonian and some jabberjaw named Mongol. What was that? That was the 90s, right?
Yep.
Like, so with mullet Superman, and I was like, fuck, that's like, okay, now I can, this is getting better. Okay, that's not as bad. I was like, okay, this is cool.
Starting to see the vision.
Exactly. Yep, yeah, it's all coming together now. And so we basically learned that, you know, just over the years, he fights alongside Bromega, planet after planet, just, you know, rising through the ranks. He's a professional wrestler. Until one day they get into a big like 5-way scrap, and that heel wrestler we were telling you about earlier kills his mentor and friend, and he vows to, you know, I'll take on your mission. And then he also gets his fucking glasses from him, which is like, okay, I'm seeing the vision here too, and it's so stupid that it's great, right?
Yeah.
Like
it's self-aware.
It's very self-aware. It knows
what it is.
Like, yeah, just like the whole little montage of him like putting it on. So like that Superman detail and then that Bromega detail made it all, you know, sit way better with me. He became way more endearing after that because I was like, okay, you're self-aware, you're not trying too hard. But I also like this where he challenges that heel to a battle. A 6-day long battle occurs on the shore or the oceans of Thanagar, and you actually see fucking Shaira. Like, yeah. I was like, wow, good for you guys for remembering that. Like, they're immortals and they're supposed to be all around all the time. Let me ask you that. Okay, Mogo down there. Do you think that's just an art error? Because he's fucking red. And I'm like, but he doesn't have the Red Lantern symbol. And he was a Red Lantern at one point, but it doesn't look like that. Error. I think it just might be a stylized coloring thing. Yeah, like it just crossed wires because. Yeah,
I think that's a coloring error.
But hey,
it happened, people.
It's still Mogo. It's still Mogo. Still cool to see him. But so with that, Kyle goes, "That's great and all, but I got to get back to Earth." And he goes, "Well, can't do that because of the time traveling thing. But the only exception is if like your world was under like an apocalyptic threat." And Kyle goes, "Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing right now." And he goes, "Oh, let's go talk to the algorithm." And Kyle goes, "All right, maybe the algorithm will send us back." And he goes, "All right, yeah, let's go." And he goes, "Can we talk to him?" And Omega Bam Man goes like, "Yeah, but not dressed like that." And so a page turn later, a quick outfit swap to get him to blend in. We have the luchador Kyle Rayner. It's so awesome. I don't know. I really like that.
He looks like luchador / like the Hurricane.
Yeah.
From the late 90s or early 2000s.
Yes. I'm also just noticing now that he put his unique like Green Lantern symbol on the middle there. He's also, it's giving Simon Boz. That's what it is. It's been bugging me all day.
That's what the mask reminds me of.
It's been bugging me all day until right now. It's Simon. But I do like this a little bit because he goes like, "This is humiliating." And Omega Bam Man's like, "Cape, it's great." Kyle goes, "Yeah, I always wanted to try one, but Batman said it was, impractical. There was no reason." And Bam Man goes, "I don't know who this Bat person is, but he sounds like a naysayer, and I don't like naysayers." And I'm just like, this is so 80s, like winners don't do drugs. Like that's so stupid.
Yeah.
But with that,
but it's stupid.
It's good stupid. Like this is so ridiculous. From there, we learn that the algorithm driving the ship and sending it out to, where it lands to have its matches is actually run by Bromega, who they reveal is actually an agent of Darkseid, who is he's directing where they land or where they come out so that they can collect the most Omega energy from whatever fight that they're about to have. All in service of, apocalypse everywhere, like we're trying to do in DC K.O. essentially. And so from there, we just get there's a lot of text here, guys, that I'm skipping over, but I do want to note that it's pretty hilarious because it is essentially just like the wrestling moment where it's like you lay out the entire story and go like, "But then there was this. Oh, but you didn't know this." And it's like, God, you're so like, it is pretty good. But
yeah, he's cutting a wrestling promo.
Yes, there we go. They're cutting a wrestling promo. So the fight goes off. Everybody goes into it. Bam, 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 bam. All of a sudden, we see that the signal, because this is another weird small detail that they've never really brought up again, but like Earth is technically cut off from the rest of the universe, like communication wise. If you try to get a signal or send a signal or whatever, you get wham. Like that's all that's being broadcast, right?
Yeah, we didn't know why.
Yeah, we didn't know why, and so it's because of him to keep prevent anybody from coming to help Earth, and so Kyle kind of blows it up. Everybody goes, "Oh shit, Earth needs our help," and they emerge victorious as we kind of expected.
They look like a classic wrestling tag
this
team
shot's
in that
so
shot
good.
right
it's
there.
it's really really good. I really
Who was
like
the
this
artist
shot.
on this book again?
This is
because he did really well.
This is Cian Tormey, and it's Cian Tormey. I know that is the one because it's two artists for this book, but it's Cian Tormey who did that part because I've seen his work around before. Because the once I point it out to you, you might know what I'm talking about. Let me go right here. That Kyle face, right? Like the big sort of almost like Scooby-Doo expression with the dial. That Cian does that face a lot. So that's how I knew. I was like, I've seen you around before. And generally, I don't necessarily care for his work. But this one worked. I don't know. Maybe just get rid of the nose, and that's what works for it. But
maybe that's it.
So from there, we start getting a kind of a cool moment of cameos. Okay, it's cool to an extent, and then there's something I'm going to laugh about with you, Andrew. But as you know, the barriers are down, jig is up. We get everybody sort of just big old brawl out there, and we see fucking Knockout, which is wow.
Yeah.
Somebody remembered Knockout existed, and I do kind of like that, Kyle. This is the kind of comic book hand wave I think you and I like, right? Where Kyle goes like, Knockout, like, what are you doing here? Earth's been your home for years. And she just goes like, not since, never mind. It's none of your business. I'm pretty sure there's something that happened. I feel like I remember that from like 52, but they're not lingering on it. They don't need to spend time on it. There's a reason we're moving on, which is great because we don't need to spend a page or two going into her backstory. Like, it's just unnecessary. So from there, we eventually, you know, Kyle chairs out Knockout, and Omega Bam Man drops the cosmic elbow on Bromega, and with that, the at the same time, right as he drops the elbow, we get a giant convoy of ships that appear. And this, Andrew, I'm sorry, like this was the part that made me go, come, shut up, right? Like, it's the Rise of Skywalker scene where, like, I don't know, there are no discernible, like, ships or images there outside of the Green Lanterns, and you guys haven't really been doing anything, but you want us to clap, because they go, we got a Rand spaceship, and Blackfire shows up, because she's like, why am I not invited to the brawl? And Kilowog and the GL show up, the freaking Omega Men show up. But yeah, dude, I was just here like, okay, Lando, like, what are we didn't need this. Like, this kind of sucks. But, oh yeah, then we get the sort of, actually, like, a decent character twist. Like, I actually did feel bad after this, which is Omega Bam Man teamed up with Kyle to get Kyle back to Earth. There is a rule in the Wham book that says you cannot team up with a Green Lantern, like, because of their feud.
Because Green Lanterns are barred from the tournament.
All of them. So if you do break that rule, you are kicked out of the Wrestling Federation or whatever it is.
And you're stripped of any titles.
So Omega Bam Man, who we had just seen on a 252 match defense run of his belt, gone, just whoosh. And you know what? Like, this is what kind of probably sold me on it being endearing, right? Because Kyle's like, dude, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't mean that. And he just goes like, brother, I've been at the bottom before. It looks like your planet could use my help. And it's like, I don't know. There's something that magical, like, Hulk Hogan hero persona that they used to put on like TV, right? Like, that's what it is. And I don't know. Yes, it was a marketing gimmick, but there was something like kind of pure about that. And so I don't know. I liked it. And off they go into battle, which, weirdly enough, like, I don't care after this. Like, I don't care where they're going.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with it after this, to be honest, because next thing we're going to be dealing with, was it next month, we'll get DC K.O. number 4, and the final issue of Night Fight.
Yes.
And
and then we get
a couple of other things.
Boss Battle, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, Boss Battle.
Which is the crossover between all the Warner Brothers IPs, which... whatever, man. Like, it.
I just want to see Homelander's crap kicked in by Soups,
which I am glad. I caught this the other day. That issue is being written by Jeremy Adams, and obviously, like, this is a crossover. It's a DC crossover. Superman was always going to win. Like, that. There's narratively, that's always what it was going to be. But obviously, we can all have our debates, yada yada. It did do me a good bit of joy to see him go, to see Adams go like, oh no, like, I wish I just had more pages to show Superman kicking the crap out of Homelander. And I'm like, good. I don't want anybody who's like, this is how it unfolds, but you never know. It's like, no, we do know. Homelander gets his ass kicked immediately. But also, like, speaking, I discovered this detail about that issue, which kind of links back to the confusion and the everything's made up and the points don't matter of this all, which is, so it's so dumb, Andrew.
I know, I've been reading this event too.
Before the Final Four unfolds, they, like, hit pause and they go into, they revive 4 past teammates. They revive Star Sapphire, Who is it? It's Star Sapphire. Blah, 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 blah. Let me just look it up real quick.
Wait, are you saying this is the
big old
premise for
the
boss battle?
Yes, for boss battle is in the middle, like right before that final fight unfolds. They like hit pause.
So before the fight with the absolute characters?
Yes, because the whole thing is that I guess they recognize they're not strong enough to, they don't have enough Omega energy. So they're going into this multiverse. And then the characters that they revive are Batwoman, Black Lightning, Plastic Man, and Star Sapphire. And they go out into the multiverse to collect more Omega energy. But I still don't even really understand what Omega energy is.
So we haven't been told.
Exactly. And then like, okay, so base premise from what we know is like a conflict generates Omega energy. Okay, so we got, Superman, Homelander, sure. Batwoman, Vampirella, whatever. Wonder Woman, Red Sonja. But Star Sapphire is going to Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Are you going to fucking beat up I don't know. There are no bad guys in Greendale. Like that's just not a thing. So I'm so confused.
So you're just going to kick the crap out of a kid?
That's what I guess. Because the other thing too
unless this is supposed to be the Sabrina from that like
the horror one
reboot thing that they did.
Yeah,
that was, horror.
It's not though. It's like the classic like white like poofy headband hair like. And the other thing is that they're not just like randomly being sent out there. They're like they pick where they're going. They're like these are the biggest spots of energy. I don't know, man. So that to me suggests that they're going to be like, oh, Omega energy can also be generated by like magic or something on my world. And that at that point, I'm just going to give up. Like, what rules are we playing by?
I hate it. Why?
I don't know. Like, why is the Joker fighting Annabelle? That shouldn't be a fight. You throw the doll in the garbage. Like, I don't. Nothing has ever felt more cash grabby to me, Andrew, right? Like, Red Sonja, okay. Vampirella, I got that. Homelander, easy choice. Sabrina, I can see you finagling. I can see a case to be made. But like Annabelle, like, I don't know. I don't know what we're doing in here. The Mortal Kombat guys, that's the one that feels really. That's right. Yeah, that's the one that really feels like, oh, remember all the things Warner Brothers has?
This is Warner reminding us all the IPs that they own, right? Like
100%.
Watch this entire event have been nothing more than that being the point. The entire event was just for this issue because Warner wanted to, the higher ups at Warner wanted to remind comic book readers of all the other IPs that they don't give a crap about.
Not only can I not disagree with that, I'm going to add to that with something that struck me while you were saying that.
And maybe that also like was meant to like boost like their stocks and their eyes and potential buyers
for the Netflix thing. Right. So there might be that, but here's a more cynical one is Absolute explodes, right? Like that thing is going apeshit. Mm-hmm. So what better way to, remind everybody of all the shit Warner Brothers has, especially at a time of sale and at a time of like reputational collapse, than by like what was I gonna say there? Like oh no, it's like crumbling shit. I had it. I fucking had it. And it's like a conspiracy and I can see it. Oh, you want to remind everybody about it. How do you so you make a comic book. How do you get a comic book in front of a lot of readers? Throw it onto your Absolute line. Well, you can't just throw it into your Absolute line. What do? Well, we're going to have a crossover with the Absolute Trinity, even though there's like no reason for this to be happening. Because then that's going to get everybody involved.
And it's not even actually them.
Or it might be, and it might be even stupider. Like, it better not be. It better not be. Like, if we walk away from this and there's like a Absolute Superman, like epilogue page or whatever, where he's like, I remember something, but like it's fleeting. Like I'm going to crap my pants. Like I don't.
God, I'm going to flip my.
Like desk. I'm going to lose it.
I'm going to flip my desk and pull out my hair.
like I can only pray that Scott Snyder and Josh Williamson have enough pull right now. Well, Josh probably doesn't because he's out. He's over at Marvel. So it's
Which makes me worry for the Superman book. Who's taking that over?
I don't know. I actually don't know who's taking it over after Williamson.
Because you just reminded me
that's a good point.
That he's out at DC, because it's going to be Superboy Prime on the main Superman book, at least for the next year probably.
Yep.
But we don't know who's writing it yet.
Well,
At
it
least
looks
not
like it's
that I'm
him.
aware of.
He's still around. So I guess he's just doing a double thing.
He's just pulling an Al Ewing and writing for both.
Yeah, Superman number 37.
Okay, then I'm not as worried.
April 26th. Joshua Williamson.
He's got Superboy's voice.
Dan's drawing it. I didn't know. Yeah, he's drawing all the. I guess he is drawing Superman right now. I didn't think.
But there are issues he's not.
There exactly, and we know that he, as you and I celebrated, like he's way scaling back in 2026 to like take a breather. So
maybe that's the only book he's drawing in 2026. It's
that
Superman.
Would make sense.
Like that's the big property. What about? But is he still on World's Finest?
That's Wade. That's Wade. And Wade. Solicit's not out yet, but Wade's still on Action Comics, which I have not read anything about Superboy Clark. I kind of don't care.
I haven't read Action Comics or Detective Comics.
Well, isn't Detective Tamaki right now, or somebody else crappy? Because
if it's Mariko Tamaki,
it was Tamaki for a little
bit.
One
point,
yeah, and that's why you and I jumped off of it.
I was like, oh no!
Absolutely
you
not.
You will not put that evil in my home.
Let's see, current Detective Comics.
I'll start burning White Sage right now.
Not even that, dude. I'll burn it down in a ritual cleanse, with a priest there. Detective Comics.
Bring some holy water.
1104. It is being written by. You can have fun reading Detective Comics from the man who formerly brought us Nightwing, Injustice.
Oh, is it Tom Taylor?
Yeah, it's fucking Tom Taylor.
Why would you put him on anything?
He's the all-in writer.
He is a one-hit wonder with Injustice.
They gave him Mikkel Janin as the interior artist. That's fucking crazy. Why are you guys doing this to us? Tom Taylor, let's see. Tom Taylor's all in. I think it might go from Tamaki to Taylor. Or wait.
Oh, man.
No, because that was Batman where we were reading the Jimenez disappearance. But
the Jimenez for one issue. And
where did you go?
Immediately we added it. Thank God Fractions Run has consistently had Jimenez.
And thank God it's just good on its own.
Yeah.
That run, compact that thing immediately and get that. I promise you will make a bank. You go from, yeah, dude, it's Tamaki into Taylor. Oh, Ram V had a 2-issue thing.
See, he had an interlude,
but only 2 issues, and that sucks. You get him and Gilliam March doing a Mr. Freeze story.
I mean, good artist.
Yeah, exactly. And then you go into Tom Taylor. That's great. That's great.
Well, that's a run of Detective Comics I don't have to worry about purchasing at any point in the future.
No, neither of us. I think our wallets are good there.
The only thing I need to get I need to get Chip's run on Batman. Yeah, I need to get Chip's run on Batman because I have all of Tynion's. Because it goes from Tynion to Chip, and then after Chip was the All In.
Right, and who was all? That was
I don't remember, but it was boring.
Yeah, it was very boring.
That was the we're gonna give away the twist in issue 2.
And we were
right. No, it was the end of issue 1.
It was the end of issue 1. We were so stoked about Riddler, and then it was fuck you.
I'm gonna skip that.
Are you gonna get the last volume of Batman Volume 3? Hush 2? Yet to be completed in 2028?
Hush 2?
A
joke. What an absolute joke. It's a non-canonical story.
I know.
Point.
No, that's actually what it is. And I don't There was one book we got where it was like this technically slots in. Oh no, it was Batman. Like the Fraction one, when they started it, it was like, where does this play? And it's like, after Hush 2. How much after? When after? It was like, after Hush 2. And it was like, okay,
right?
You know what? Fine. I'm with you on that one.
You know, maybe I'll grab the trade of that just for the Jim Lee art and see if he does more than 3 Batman poses.
Oh man, I mean, he'll do 3 Batman poses, and then his 2 Spider-Men, his 4 Wolverine,
right,
and then his like 1 Superman that is also a Flash. But
I will definitely be getting Fractions.
Oh yeah,
though
like
that doesn't release till like
that's gonna
May
be
or June.
Yeah, that's gonna be a while from now. I hope like they omnibus it, because at this rate, like it's too good. It's too damn good. Yeah. Hush 2, yeah, absolutely. Hush 2 will be finished before Winds of Winter. Like
okay, so there's that. That's the absolute furthest bar.
So yeah, it's not even like clearing the bare minimum, but like below that. So
that's basically like winning by default.
You know what? The fact that we've already gotten 3 issues of Hush 2 out kind of means it's already won.
Yeah, that's probably more chapters, more than the number of chapters that George R.R. Martin has written for that final book.
You know what? He should just go and like headline his lesbian jazz band that he's clearly in now. I don't know if you guys have seen the pictures from like that interview.
What?
Oh, dude, let me. Yeah, here, I'll flash this.
Hold on. I just had like my brain just sorted out. What?
Oh yeah, what he looks like. Like this is what. So he gave a big interview recently with the Hollywood Reporter, and this is what he was wearing. A lesbian like magic show. And for reference, like this is George. Here's the George we know. And then here's George now.
It looks like he's lost a lot of weight in his face.
He does look slimmer, but also like I don't know, man. I don't know if you're capable of switching to the like bright floral look, right? Like you're not Grant Morris. Man. I don't think you're gonna pull it off.
I don't think you've got this one, Sway.
Try again. But yeah. Andrew, I think like we said, it's a short week. Anything you want to touch on? Anything you want to wrap up? As we know, you and I didn't really have time to hit a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, we didn't get the chance to hit the rest of our stacks. Like I've still got what do I gotta read? I've got Superman Unlimited. I've got Fantastic Four.
Yep.
Good cover of Ramos Sue. I did pick up issue 2 of X-Men of Apocalypse.
It's DeMeo.
Not because the story was good in the first one, but because I love Simon DeMeo.
And he's doing the entire thing. Also, yeah, I don't know what happened. I feel like that the first issue came out in like November, and now we're like it felt weird to get number 2 this week. That like it popped up on my feed, and I was like, really 2? Huh.
Yeah, that was super weird. And then Darkness number 2.
Yep, I'm excited for
by
that.
Mark Silvestri. Interiors for this are not Ed Bettis.
They are not.
Only did issue 1. This is Raymond Gay, who he's also fantastic.
He's great.
You're gonna have somebody like pick up the book from there. That for sure. I forget how many issues he's on for. He had an interview. Guys, check out World at War Comics. I did an interview for Blue Shift with Tommy over there. It was a ton of fun. Had a great time. Mary popped into the chat. And it was fun. But his art is perfect for that book. So check out that interview. If you like supernatural horror, check out Darkness. Check out Witchblade. New Witchblade. This will be the last thing that I read in my stack this week.
As always.
My palette cleanser. And then check out Death Shroud that you can get through RIPPAVERSE, because that's a great supernatural horror book. Beyond that, guys, my RIPPAZine is currently sold out.
Really?
On our website. It's not available.
We fucking did it. We did it, Reddit. Hell yes. Congratulations.
It's not available standard or collectors at the moment.
Does that mean we get another cover? Do we get a second printing cover?
No.
You son of a bitch.
We won't get a different cover. But what we will do is we'll assess how many copies we have left over after all the pre-orders are actually sent out,
and then all the
to take into account for like damages
yeah, exactly.
and
That's
things
what I was
like
getting
that.
at. Yeah.
And then we'll look at things there and hopefully be able to get some more backup on the website, at least to the standard cover. Because this thing, this foil and embossed one, this thing's probably gone. It's
That
done.
thing is so cool,
No
though.
more. Yeah, it is. It's pretty rad.
If you
I'm
want,
pleased with
I
it.
mean, if you guys want it, you want one of those collector ones, keep watching the show. Let's just leave it at that, because
Yeah.
we may have bought like 700 copies to give away. Not that many, but a lot. But
maybe just a few, and then make
tiny
sure
bit.
you guys check out, if you like Harry Potter,
Yes.
check out Mary's and my YouTube
Let me
channel
grab that link.
that just launched. Room of Requirement. Put a lot of work into it. Mary has definitely put a lot of work into it on the writing and the editing side.
Did
She's
we
one of our
not
3 editors, along with
get
Dylan
a new video like
and
yesterday?
Trace. Yes, yesterday.
awesome.
Or is the day before, one of the two.
It's recent.
And so we're super happy with it. Make sure you guys check that out, subscribe, like, bell for notifications, all that YouTuber jazz. And I think that's all I've got. Tune in next Thursday for more intellectually honest comic book talk. We'll have some, I think, interesting books to talk about next week. I don't know if
I actually haven't looked
they'll
at
be
the
good books.
I haven't actually looked at the spread, so we'll probably do that right now. But yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. From everybody who chatted, from Subhuman to Punk to Musta to all of you, we love you. We couldn't be doing this without you. Go read something great this weekend. We've dropped you some great recommendations. Go read Gale's Uncanny X-Men. I don't know, Rogue is great. And yeah, we'll see you same bat time, same bat channel right here next Thursday. Hang out with me tomorrow, not tomorrow, Saturday for Good Map Ugly over on the Bounding channel. And I think that's all I got, brother.
God bless and Godspeed.
All righty, take it easy, everybody.
Never before have we had greater face a complex, rapidly changing world. Think of it a moment.
It is a world in which supersonic speeds are commonplace. It is a world that has seen the coming of the atomic bomb. It has seen the rise of the total state, the dictator, and the mass man. It is a world of new sensations, new excitements, new distractions.
So much to be learned by so many in so little time.
And I suppose you're here with no agenda, as per usual?
On the contrary, I'm here for comics. Hey, what kind of man are you anyway? I'm talking comics and you bring up chicks and romance?